In today's world, people are living in fear. They're living in fear because of the economy, because of rents, because of inflation. I have found over my 22 years of experience, the following is true. With time and a plan, anyone can buy a home. I have built out a program, which really isn't a program, it's a conversation, set of conversations. It's called an education call for renters. It's not some big formal, fluffy thing. What it is a past client, a coworker, an employer refers me somebody that's renting. That person might be in a lease for the next 5 years. They might just be renting for another couple of months. They might have filed bankruptcy yesterday. There's no judgment and there's no pre-qualification to do a renter education call with me. What does that call feel like? It feels like them getting knowledge. How does the call go, Ed? Ring, ring, haha. Now we set up a Zoom and we set up a phone call. And during that call, we're not doing a hard pull of credit. They are prepared with what their debts are, what their income is, what their assets are. And I'm going to kind of do just a bit of what that call sounds and looks like. So I say, hi, Mary and Mike. Thank you for getting on this call with me. My goal is to educate you. At the end of the day, I want you to feel better about this process than you do today. This doesn't mean you're buying now. You might buy 5 years from now. How are you referred to me? Oh, Mary Jane, Michael, Google, my employer. So we talk and we start with, we're going to go over debt to income. We're going to go over credit. We're going to go over assets. All of these things build your qualification. And I start off with a little joke. Government makes no sense. Both sides bring the Whig Party back from the 1800s. Why is that, Ed? Well, the government runs banking, essentially, from the beginning, and we do things off of gross income instead of net. That is kind of gross and stupid. Why? Net income is what you bring home. Gross income is your W-2 before taxes, insurance, and everything else. And they laugh. So we take their income, and I'm going to make this simple for this equation. Combined, they make $120,000. You take that, you divide it by 12. That's $10,000 a month. They go, okay, that makes sense, Ed. Now, under most programs, conventional, you go to 50% debt to income. So I say, what's half of 10,000? It's 5,000. And we go, we got a bucket. We got a little holder here with $5,000 in it. FHA and some others, you can go over 50, but for this, we're talking that, 50%. Then we go through, what are debts? Debts are not my haircut. They're not my car insurance. But what are they? They are, do you have child support or alimony? I said a lot of people aren't comfortable with me asking it, but it's an important question. So we go through that. And if they have any, how it works, when it's extended to, then we talk, are they on a deed of grandma or uncle's loan property? And they go, yes. And I say, does grandma have a mortgage on it? No. And then I say, they are now responsible for the insurance and taxes. They go, that's going to go against the debt to income. Yes. Then we get into their credit, because anything on your credit report counts against the debts. So we talk through, and let's say they have a car payment, student loan, some credit cards. We add those monthly debts together. For this conversation here, we're going to say they've got a car payment of $1,000 a month, student loans of $1,000 a month. Just making it easy. Pay their credit cards off every month. $120,000 a year, $10,000 a month. Half of that towards fixed debts, $5,000. They've got $2,000 in debt. They will qualify for an estimated $3,000 mortgage. Remember, this isn't a pre-approval. It's not a pre-qual. It's education. They want to know. Or maybe they say to me, Ed, I got really bad credit. I had a car repossessed. I had this, that. And by regulation, I'm to tell them, and I do, you have every right to apply for a loan. Here's the link. And off they go. I don't want a hard pull right now on my credit or a soft pull, but I have my credit report. Will you go over it with me? And we go through it. So far, they figured out what their gross income is, how that works to debt to income. They know their debts and their credit. Maybe some of their income isn't documentable. It's cash. Well, if they're a self-employed business, maybe we'll look at a different type of loan called bank deposit loan. Maybe one of them doesn't have a social security number and has an ITIN. We'll look at different types of loans. So again, I hope what you're hearing here and seeing is a renter education call is to get knowledge not to necessarily buy a house today. Why is knowledge key? Because it allows them to be prepared. So when they get that call of, hey, I'm the landlord, you've lived here 8 years, and you got to move out next month because I'm selling it or moving my daughter in, they're ready. What I find is too many are in fear. They put their head in the sand and they don't do anything. Because if they go to their local bank, the bank says, are you ready to buy? No, we're not. And they don't know what to do. Do the education call with me. The other thing we go over is assets and down payment. There are 100% financing programs. Absolutely. You don't need any assets. But ways to get assets would be gifts, would be loans against 401k. There's so many things. I've done hundreds and hundreds of these education calls. I do them early in the morning, do them at lunchtime. I'll even do them at night on a scheduled place because I know people work for a living and they're fun. What have people said to me after the renter education call? Oh my goodness, Ed, I feel relieved. I feel like somebody listened to me. I feel like with time and a plan, I can get there. How'd you feel before? I felt overwhelmed. I felt like I talked to XYZ and they talked over my head. Ed, you made sure every time you asked, does this make sense? You made us laugh. What are some of the stories that you have of these people that did renter calls to get to home ownership? Some bought in 2 months. Some had such trouble credit due to a divorce or family health or whatever it was. We got them a secured credit card through a local bank. We built their credit, sometimes over 6 months, sometimes over 3 years. And some reached home ownership. Some are still working to it. And some have quit, said, I'm never going to do it. It's up to them. My goal of the renter education call is to give knowledge. You go to a financial advisor to help you with your finances. You go to a dietitian to help you with your diet and your food intake. You come to me to get educated for the future. I have found, talking to all different professionals from all different fields and renters, they're scared. They don't get this treatment of education. One last thing is my goal is to find out how to get that out to the masses. That's something I'm still struggling with. How do most find it? Hopefully you're going to find it on YouTube and other social media and you're going to share it with your friends. Today comes from the people that are coming to me as employers. Why? They want them to be housed and feel good. They come to me from past clients. They come to me from financial advisors. And if there's one thing, I love what I do. Thank you for listening to this video. I appreciate you. And you can reach me at 774-573-0329, emoloney@callequity.net, or you can send me a flying pigeon. Bye-bye.